Dang it. Howdy, my name's Workshop Lewis and we're still messing around with the tailgate. Still not able to sit on it, but we've made pretty good progress with all of the latching mechanism. The latches and all of the handle mechanism is working inside the tailgate. We fixed the rear quarter bowing issue, or just the movement we had in the rear quarters last episode. On the left-hand side, we need to tidy up a little bit on the right-hand side. Let's see if that does it. It's pretty good. Now we need to get the bracket for the back, just a little bit of angle, push it over, tack it on, see if that's all nice and neat. I didn't fix it that time. What the hell? Well, that makes it way more difficult. What the hell? It worked perfectly the other time. Oh, boop. It fixed it a little bit, but not as much as I need. I'm gonna see if I can cut the bit attached to the post, push it over further, and then re-weld it to get a little bit more, because it's just springing back a little too much. Take two. We'll be able to see how much it fixes it as I cut these off. Oh. Something just happened. I don't know what. I reckon the weld down the bottom just let go. Did that let go? Yeah, it's let go from the bottom. I don't know what that means. Push it over, weld it, tack it at the front again, see what's going on. I mean, it could use a little bit more, but it kind of looks like that kicks out at the bottom more than... Tailgate is fine. This is bowing out quite a bit. So I think I need to cut down the bottom here, make sure that that's nice and flat. So we've got it nice and flat across the face, and then the back is kicked out. So all of the issues are in here. I need to cut everything that I've just done again, and then reset everything. Well, it was definitely holding it, because that is way worse. So let's do all those things that I said I needed to do and work out how we need to do that. Nice. Now that we've got that side set and we already set this side, the next thing we have to do is get the striker functioning. So here's the striker. We've got to get this stationary in one spot, and I think we're going to need to move the whole striker in that way. So the first thing we need to do is just clean out a little bit more from here on both sides so it can be further over. Let's add another 10 mil. Probably don't want to grind and put all of the crud into that latch, but I don't want to take the latch out. All right, I'll take the latch out. At least it's going to be fairly easy to service, which is sick. Need to put it all back together and then offer it up and see if that's enough. We may need to go further. I don't know. So, there. So now we want to mark the back. It's real hard to see in there. We want to mark the back of the catch, weld a plate onto here and some nuts, and then weld all that together. Sick. I've marked behind it so I know where the latch or the striker needs to sit. We need to make it so we've got enough strength with having... I'll be back. It's going to make it easier to explain. This goes here. Yeah? We're going to need to make a longer one. This isn't long enough, sadly, but that goes there. And we've got to think, when someone's sitting on the tailgate, there's going to be a lot of force going on the end of the tailgate, which is going to then transfer to the post, which is going to pull that down. So we need to make some kind of strengthening from here, and we can go back to the main frame. we get another piece of this and we cut the angle, and then we mount, where'd the other ones go? We mount the latch to there. I think the first thing we need to do is get a rough idea of what the bottom cut angle is, sort that out, mark the top cut angle, get it all sorted, and then work out how we either recess the latch into this bit of steel, modify it in some way to then bolt that to the piece of steel. Tape it off just a little bit, should clear the tail light. Let's see if that fits. Yeah, that's spot on. I've got to change one angle, but I should be able to weld that up. Nice! I've done this incorrectly. So, that piece goes there, and I flattened off the back, which I don't think is correct. I think I should have done it flat on the back, and then angled it on the front from back here. But if I'm gonna do that, I could just cut out a section, and then if I'm gonna do that, I may as well just make a plate that this bolts onto in the exact same spot. Then I can offer this up, mark out on here where it is, cut it out, and then weld it all together. Feel like, again, none of what I said just makes sense, but I think if I just make the thing that I'm talking about, it'll make sense after. Yes! Sick. I think that is by far the most satisfying sound I have heard on this entire project build. Super happy with it. We do have some issues though. When I set up the other side, the tailgate is pulling in like 5-6 mil. This side is pulling in a little bit, but I can kind of shave some things here and there to make that work. This side, I've measured the latch, or where the latch is sitting in relationship to the tailgate, and it is sitting further back. So that means the two holes, oh, actually I'll show you. Measuring the other side, this hole's back or like down 4 mil, and that hole's back down 2 mil. The whole thing's sitting back and tilted. So I'm gonna need to probably move the holes up, weld them, re-drill them, which is really annoying, but it's just something I'm gonna have to do because I can't move the latch forward anymore. So in the meantime, while I ponder that problem, I think we just reinforce from here down to here, and then we can put the strap on from the post to the tailgate. I think I'm going to start again. Some of the angles are just slightly off. I want to make it so it's more in line with the latch instead of down here. Yeah, we did that one. And that one is also done now. I drove down to a place called Flexible Drive Agencies this morning because we really need to work out how we're getting the strap to bolt on both ends. I had a chat with one of the blokes down there. He gave me this. So this is a rose joint, or there's another name, but I can't remember what it is. We're gonna have to modify this bracket again, which is a shame because it looks real nice. But we're gonna put the rose joint at the base on the tailgate, and then that, which they have the exact same fittings at Flexible Drive, will be going at the top. So while I was out, I picked up some braided cable and some turnbuckles, and we're just gonna make a temporary one to make sure that it does actually hold our weight. Once we've got the temporary one working, we can get a measurement from the outside of the eye to the outside of the eye at both ends. It's gonna take a week or two for them to get it to me. It is getting real close to Christmas, so I've got to make sure this is sorted and they've got the dimensions by the end of the day. Let's make the cable, see if all of this works. Dang it. one of the cables let go. I'm gonna have to fix that. That's something I've been waiting to do for a really long time. I'm sitting on my tailgate and I'm having a drink. Nice. I know I've been a little bit vacant with the whole E30 Ute thing, but given a couple of the successes that I've had in this episode, I'm going to get back into it, and I should be able to get the episodes out a little bit more consistently than I have been. We're going to do another giveaway for the next episode of the E30 Ute series. It's going to be a white crab car t-shirt, and to enter it, in the comments, say happy birthday, because it's Friday and Monday's my birthday. So I've had to come back and refilm a couple of the scenes because I changed a couple of settings on my camera, not realizing it was going to change the sound settings. So hopefully it all ties together. Office Lewis has made me come back here at, what, 8:15 on a Friday night to refilm these. So I'm sitting on my tailgate. That's sick. Cheers.